So in this video, I'm going to show you how I clean my air conditioner. This is coil cleaner. There's a link in the description below for that. It's a great product. That's Dawn dish detergent. That's a little brush I use for my tiles that seems to work good for cleaning the coils. That's a scrub brush for the outer housing, and my reliable impact driver, or Ryobi impact driver. There's links for this stuff below. If you do want the coil cleaner, it's a really good product to have, because it's a specific problem, or a specific product, I should say, for cleaning your coils. So look how dirty this thing is. It's filthy. I found this outside at the end of last season, and it didn't have a filter, so I'm going to have to pick one of those up. Here I am. I'm trying to unscrew the housing here in the front panel housing. It's got two screws, one on the bottom left and one on the top right. And then, as you'll see, there's a couple more on the sides that I have to remove. And this thing did give me a little trouble coming off, because they always have little plastic clips that you want to be careful and not break. If you do break them because they're old and then the plastic's dried out, you're going to have to use some kind of box tape or something around the sides to keep that panel from vibrating and staying in place when the air conditioner is running, because that can be really annoying. So here I am just messing with it, trying to get it removed, and I finally get it right about here, which gives me access to the coils, which are filthy. Now this air conditioner is dry because it hasn't been used in over, I don't know, since last season from whoever had it. So I take this is my tile brush, it's for tiles, and I just kind of get all the heavy stuff off with this while everything's dry. Figured maybe it's better to just kind of get as much as I can. There's the thermostat. I'm going to get that out of the way. Put that back. Here's the screws for the housing I'm going to remove. So let me do that now with my impact gun. Remove these housing screws. And there's a lot of housing screws that you'll see removing real quick. And I kind of speeded this up so it's not too monotonous, but it does give you an idea of what you have to do here. And you can use a screwdriver, obviously. I use my impact gun, and I happen to have that, and it's handy, so it makes my job a little quicker, so I do use that. And these housings are tough to get off. You got to take the accordions on the side out from the bottom and turn them sideways, as you'll see I do in a second here, because they kind of, the arms catch underneath. See how I turned it sideways there? Do that on both sides, and you can kind of get that thing off. There you go. So this is my coil cleaner. I'm going to spray that on the coils, you'll see. And I said there's a description for that below, a link in the description, actually. It's a great product. I highly recommend it. And that can will clean many air conditioners. You want to put the screws aside so you don't lose them. But back to what I was saying, this can will clean probably every air conditioner in your house if you have window units. I only use a fraction of it here. And it's a really good product. It gets all the residue and anything that causes the dust to stick to the coils off. Because anytime there's dust or dirt sticking to these, it greatly reduces the efficiency, from what I've come to find. And cleaning these every year is even more than every year you can clean them. You can clean them while they're in the window too. But this is the best way to keep your air conditioner just as cold as possible. And this is some Dawn dish soap mixed with warm water that I'm spraying, just to kind of break down all this filth and dirt inside. I do this just because you don't want any of this stuff getting into the house somehow through the air conditioner. You want to keep your air quality as good as possible. And I don't know that this stuff would necessarily get in, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and I'm going to have it open anyway. So I might as well just spray this stuff down, try to loosen it up a little, and then I can hit it with the hose like you see me doing here. With the coils here, and what I do with the hose is I keep it on a wider spray, because I don't want to bend the coils accidentally. So it's a wider spray. It's not full blast like a laser beam or anything like that. And I kind of get them nice and clean, make sure I get all that stuff off, and then I spray the rest of the air conditioner down too. You can be pretty liberal with this, because air conditioners are pretty resistant to any kind of water damage, because most of the air conditioner is outside during the season, and rainwater does get in here. So you can really spray this down, and you're not really going to hurt anything. Just try to stay away from the control panel or the electronics. Although I find they're usually pretty well insulated from water. Still don't want to, I wouldn't encourage spraying near them. So I'm just kind of spraying everything here, trying to get as much of this, whatever this stuff is. It's like mold, mildew, it's just nasty stuff under in the air conditioner there, and anything that's falling in there. So you can see the dirt just never stops coming out, it feels like. It feels like you could spray all day, and it's always more. But you want to try to get as much of it as you can. So I just give everything a good spray down, get the coils in the back here. And they had the coil cleaner on them too, so I wanted to get that off of there and just spray underneath. You could see all that dirt coming out there. I mean, there's just like a ton of it. This unit was really, really not cleaned well by the prior owners. And hopefully it'll work good. And that's the back of the vent covers. I'm going to spray them. Get them as clean as I can. Nothing's going to be, you know, clean like factory, obviously. But you get it as clean as you can. And get all that loose stuff away. Get the loose dirt off the housing here too, and just scrub that down, spray it, give that a little spray. Not too bad, not too bad. This job is really not too tough. Like I said, you can do it with a screwdriver. I like to take a leaf blower when I'm done and blow all the water out, especially if I want to use the air conditioner the same day. Then I don't have to tilt the air conditioner sideways to get the water out, which kind of, I've been told, moves the oils inside. And then you want to let it sit upright for 24 hours or some amount of hours at least. So I don't have to do that because I leave it upright. And you can see all the additional dirt that also comes out that the hose couldn't get. So there's also that which is a big help, that is able to get a lot of that dirt that the hose just for whatever reason doesn't get. I've done this several times and it's never caused any problems for the air conditioner that I know. And it really gets a lot of the extra dirt out and gets all the water out, so it's not leaking all over if you want to install it later on. So just when you're putting this back together, be aware that the screws, at least mine, had little like nylon or plastic washers with them. So I try to make sure they're all back on. I guess you know you don't want metal to metal because I guess it can cause corrosion over time. So make sure all those little washers are back on, and you just screw everything back together tight and put the cover back on, and you are good to go. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you guys, and have a nice day.